Oh, there we go. The camera's back, baby, and the sound is on, and we're looking good right now. And I do want to say a nice and welcome morning to all the people out there, or good evening, because a lot of you fucks are probably up way too damn late. I need to turn the sound off over here before I hear my damn screechy rat fucking voice. And it's a nice little Tuesday. Bitcoin popping back up. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? A bit of a trap going on right there. As I do reference the comments, I see a lot of familiar faces in here. See a lot of people in here as well. It's a mark. It's the mark of the market right now. We're not in full swing, but there does seem to be a little bit more interest, at least according to my YouTube analytics, my YouTube statistics. My statistics are looking okay right there, or at least they're taking up. What's up, Nimbo? I see you over there, man. I see you over there. I think Mr. Alex Switch is here somewhere as well. I was just talking to him on Discord, so he's probably around. But Screamo, what's up, man? He says buy Cardano. I didn't fucking say that. He did, so you can go mob him with all of that nonsense. Sorry, not nonsense, but highly intellectual conversations. And also C-Perk, good morning to you as well, man. K Diddle Dizzle. Holy shit, man. It's like we got fucking Snoop Dogg in here. This is good. This is really good. I wonder if you're old enough to even remember the highly esteemed show called, what was it called? It was Snoop Dogg show. My brain broke. I forget what it's called. But my nanos indeed, man. My nanos are in the fucking garbage, but that's okay. They're gonna go up one day indeed. There he is, Alex Switch. What's up, man? Good morning to you, Dad Rackus. Hello, my fellow virgins. That's right, we're all virgins here. We're all about to get smashed like the bullish bungholes that we are. Feeling fucking good, man. Feeling real fucking good. Yes, indeed. Anyways, Elsa told me many secrets last night. I don't know if I'm going to repeat them on this stream. Where is she? Oh, she's in the back right there. What are you up to? You're doing your makeup right now? You're too good? Too good to be on the stream? She's too good to be on the stream, but fair enough. All right, well, you know what? We're not going to say it. She's getting pissed off in the background. What's up, Ian Terry? Good morning to you, man. Love learning and practicing with the Jewel. Yeah, man, it's a nice little tool. I actually haven't been using it too much on streams recently, but I still do use it in the background with some of my strategies. What's up, Farhan? There he is. Time for the bulldozer. The bulldozer with two fucking massive girthy green dildos attached to the front. It's about to destroy all. Maybe. But it's fun to say, regardless of whether it's going to happen or not. Pre-crypto workout. I feel like I'm having a little bit of that with some coffee over here. The barista was very surprised when I asked for an iced Americano this morning because she said, it's cold outside, it's raining. What are you doing? I said, you know what, lady, it's even worse than this. When I get home, you know what I do? I go into my freezer and I get even more ice cubes and I throw them in there and it tastes even better. You should actually try it. It helps with the shits as well. Nice and watery, really, really good. What is Elsa doing? What are you doing? What are you? Nothing. I'm not doing her makeup or some shit. Who the hell knows, man? Who the hell knows? Ice is nice. Ice is indeed nice, although not when it's on the damn ground here in Helsinki. I can tell you, it's so fucking cold that when the when the snow starts to come down, it becomes ice, and then the ice on the ground you can't really see because it's ice color. It's ice color. Is that even a thing? I don't know. But you can't see it that well on the ground, so you start like walking around. And for me, I never ice skated as a kid. Like these kids over here were growing up on it, but for me, like I just start falling everywhere in this damn town. Just really, really awful. What's up, Kendrick Camps? Good to see you, man. Grand brother, I see you over there as well. I'm here to get rustled. Rustle my jimmies, sir. We'll give it a little bit of time for people to kind of stream on in here so we don't get the usual comment, hey, can you start over again? I just got here. It's like, try rewinding, you motherfucker. Bungholes wrecked. Bungholes are indeed wrecked. Elsa, is your bunghole tight or wrecked? I won't continue until she answers. Tight or wrecked? Are you pussy or balls? Are you pussy or balls? We need to know. Oh my god. Oh, this is a monstrosity. Elsa was reading Elsa decided to go to the bookstore yesterday, and she found a very highly esteemed book in the children's section, I should add, it was about Mr. Bunghole, Detective Bunghole. It was Detective Bunghole. I'm not even fucking joking. It was Mr. Butt. who was who was solving crimes. He was a detective, okay? And this is a kid's book, okay? So he's like a massive fucking ass. Like that's the cover of the book, I guess. Like it's very small, by the way. And Mr. Bunghole would go around solving these mysteries, solving these crimes, and the way that he would solve them. Can you stop laughing? I'm trying to tell a story. And the way that he would solve. Seriously, you sound like a bird. And Detective Bunghole would go around solving these mysteries, solving these crimes, you know, like really doing the good work. And the way that he would do it is he would fart onto these people. And what do you know? It would reveal all. So what does that teach kids? It's grooming them. It's grooming them to fucking fart. And that's good. I support that. I support that shit. Krown, do you speak Mandarin? What in the damn world would give you any idea that I speak Mandarin, man? I can barely speak fucking English. I've been living in Finland for like 7 years. I don't speak a lick of fucking Finnish. I can say 3 words. Hi, goodbye, and thank you. And 2 of those are literally the same fucking word. So Mandarin's way too outside of here for me. Krown's Chinese cave. That's right. We're all going to be no. I think I'm turning Chinese. I really think so. No, it's Japanese, isn't it? It's a great song. Great fucking song. Krown's Chinese cave. My thumbnail editor is actually Chinese. Really good guy. But I don't think he lives in China, actually. I think he's always traveling around, this motherfucker. It's like... This motherfucker, man. Why do you live in Finland? Well, one of the reasons would be my girlfriend. And guess what? If I didn't say that, she would spend the rest of the day mad, even though she already fucking knows. But I actually do quite like it here as well, despite my girlfriend. I do... Fiance, whatever, okay? Look... It's really fucking nice here, actually, especially if you're coming from the States. You can drink the water here. It tastes great. It looks really, really nice outside. The air is fresh. All the things that actually matter to me in life are pretty damn good here. Food quality is really, really high. Yeah, the people are...
Don't forget the weather.
The weather's honestly not that bad. For the summer, it's really, really good. It doesn't get too damn hot. And for the winter, look, everyone likes... Well, maybe not everyone, but... You know, most people like snow on Christmas, so it's nice, man. I really, really like it. I like Finland, and Finnish people says awesomistic. You probably haven't met too many Finnish people because they're pretty neutral. they're pretty emotionalist, which maybe you do like. I don't know. Fart coin, let's go. That's right. We need to solve all these damn mysteries. We can't let these bungholes get away with their damn crimes anymore. It's really bad. Really, really bad. That's why I love Whistler. If you have to move to Canada, thank God I don't, man. Thank God I don't. Here, they can just shut down your damn bank accounts there without really any real reason, which is kind of crazy.
The butt also means kids to like check out the butts.
Oh, also the story in Mr. Butts, Detective Butts. He needs other kids to check out the bungholes to make sure that they're, you know, good or bad. The way that they do that in the book is they sniff it. So yeah, there's a little bit of interesting stuff going on there. Who knows? It's like for fucking kids, man. What the hell? I don't even have kids, but I'm already going to homeschool them. Like I actually really start every time I see these things now, I'm like, fuck, homeschool your kids. What the hell? Why are these teachers talking to kids about their pronouns? For real? Why does fucking Miss Mix come over in kindergarten and say, hello class, my pronouns are he and her, and what the fuck? It's just confusing, man. Really bad for kids. Huvar huamenta talon poiat. That's exactly right, Mr. Incredible. Don't know what the hell any of that means. Daily cock inu, please. Holy shit. Is this a new meme cone?
Good morning, peasants.
It means good morning, peasants. That's awful. Good morning, Mr. Tinos. Good to see you as well, man. We'll start soon. I just want to give a little bit more time for people to come in here. I want to make sure that my analysis flows like my poops, and we can see... Okay, yeah, you're really surprised about that one. You live with me, so. How are the taxes on capital gains in Finland? They are actually pretty damn similar to the U.S. A lot of people think that the Nordic countries have extremely high taxes, and they do have higher taxes, especially for like the middle income and brackets. But if you're at the top end, it's actually lower than the U.S. by a couple percent. which is really, really interesting. But yeah, there's just not that many rich people in these countries, and the ones that are, they're like super, old money. So, they don't really pay taxes anyways, because it's all on assets, right? Anyways, another topic for another time, probably going to bore people talking about taxes, my taxes. 2024 is the year I turned 10K into 100K. Nice, man. I'm rooting for you. You can do it. You can do it, sir. The market can be difficult, but thanks to trades with Data Dan. Oh, this is from Hobbit. He has helped me. I'm convinced. Me through tough time. 100 Bitcoin in receivables within past hour. Thanks to trades with Data Dan, you can find him. Jesus Christ, man. All right, the motherfuckers in Discord are very, very funny. If you are not in Discord, I have to warn you before going into Discord that these guys, they like to joke around a lot. They have some very interesting opinions. Definitely avoid political garbage channel. There is no reason to go in there ever unless if you want to just lose your mind and lose all faith in humanity. And other than that, yeah, there you go. It's free to join. It's all good. Krown, are you Finnish a citizen? I'm not, although I'd really like to be one. But Elsa says no. Based AF. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, if you want some more strong right-wing takes, just follow Elsa on Twitter. Elsa, what's your Twitter handle now? Is it Elsa Toshi or is it?
I don't have one.
Shut up! You have a Twitter. Like, what the fuck are you trying to hide from? I think it's Elsa Toshi actually. I think it's Elsa Toshi. Elsa Toshi. Shoot all your load. Jason Pizzino earlier tonight. That's right. Shoot it out. Jason Pizzino, good friend. Actually was just speaking with him the other day. I miss him, man. I miss him. I haven't seen him in like a year now, or almost a year. Me not going straight to political garbage channel. Yeah, definitely don't do that, man. It's really, really bad. J3F is cool and progressive. I am as well until I had my little experience, but never again, sir. Do I want to get raped? Elsa wants to tell a story about getting raped in a unisex bathroom. Not her, obviously, but like a little kid, because I don't even want to go into this shit. It's just awful, man. It's just awful. All right, let me finish this coffee, then we'll get into it. I think we're pretty damn close here. VeChain doing things this pre-crypto workout. Is it really? I actually want to look at it on the background here just to see. I remember this shit from like cycles ago. Did it actually ever do anything or not? Well, I mean, it's good in the short term, I guess, but long term, pretty fucking awful. As are most altcoins from past cycles in this current world, in this current area. Travis Kling wishes he was all in Bitcoin again. Actually, I remember him from like 2019, 2020. He had some very interesting takes. I wonder what he's doing now, but has he fallen out? I don't know. Who makes your rad intros? Actually, a really, really good friend, but he's unfortunately no longer with us. So he was a world talent though. That guy is amazing. So we still play it each and every live stream, just as like a little memory to him. But yeah, man, he used to do all the graphics and all the things for this channel. And he was just, he went so over the top. It was so fucking cool, man. So fucking cool. What's your thoughts on Arbidium? Probably bad. My general rule of thumb is that if it's not Bitcoin or some of the more established coins, it's probably a scam. Is Arbidium a scam? I don't fucking know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's the next Bitcoin. Probably is the next Bitcoin. And you're going to be rich as fuck doing absolutely nothing, my man. Absolutely fucking nothing. Travis Kling's fund got wrecked. They were all on FTX. Oh, Jesus, man. Yeah, that's one way to do it, I guess. Can't really, personally speaking, I don't think that you could really blame anyone for getting like super wrecked on FTX, honestly, because even for myself, who did zero research on it, basically, which is not the best endorsement, it's like I can't say that it was the most legitimate exchange because, well, I don't have anything to back that up, but it felt like it, and I always go off of feelings. We need bulls on parade. We're almost there, man. We're almost there. All right, pieces Adrian Morgan. Let's see. Send Soul to 1,000. That seems to be like the new Bitcoin to 100,000. Hey, Krown, 47,000 bucks or pre-having dumped first. Just based off of these statistics and based off what we've been going over on this channel for many weeks now, coming into December especially. Here, I actually look at it more from like a timing perspective, because we won't go into it on this particular video, so I'll go in so we can talk about it now. But I look at it from a timing perspective. I don't think that it's better, at least it's statistically more relevant to be looking for Bitcoin to continue up throughout most of December, maybe even like a week or two in January. So I'm inclined to say that just upside is still more likely as long as we're in December, and we still got another couple weeks of December, right? Yeah, a little bit less than 2 weeks now. I do think that Bitcoin's due for a pretty massive correction, and probably most markets are due for a pretty massive correction in Q1 of 2024, whether that's January, February, March, I don't know. But I do think that we're gonna start off the year pretty much on like on a bit of a down note, and it's gonna be kind of boring, as Bitcoin does, essentially dump off and then create a range. So the dump will be exciting as it typically is. Those are actually the most exciting times, especially if you're a more active trader. But after that, consolidate for the rest of Q1, maybe even Q2 as well. And then Q3 and Q4, that's where I do think Bitcoin could actually put in some pretty, some pretty amazing moves, and probably drag the rest of the market with it. So again, that's basing it off of what the fuck are you doing over there? You're eating eggs and you're fucking up. Like, how the hell are you doing this? But ultimately, based off of the analysis that I did, I believe on Saturday or Sunday, the more long term, it is, with traditional markets already making new all-time highs, especially NASDAQ. We do kind of generally see Bitcoin follow in suit within about half a year, a little bit more than half a year. So we saw new all-time highs in NASDAQ this past week. And so I'd be saying, after June, somewhere between June and September, I'd say is probably pretty likely for Bitcoin to, at least sustain above $50,000. Again, just going off of that. Of course, there are other things as well, but that's a lot of time to kind of fill out between January and in June-ish, let's say. So I suspect that there's going to be a big dump. We're talking like somewhere between 25 to 40%, and then there's going to be a general range where it gets boring, kind of similar to what we did see in, let's say, about midpoint of this year, around summer actually as well, where Bitcoin went sideways, between, what was it, like 25 and 30,000 bucks for quite some time, and then the actual moves happen. But of course, it's those long form consolidations, it's those contraction phases where volatility comes down to basically nothing, or in many cases nothing, that do create the more exciting times. You need those to balance each other out. It's kind of like the yin and yang of markets, if you will, as we get more philosophical here. But in order to have those explosive fucking rallies, those parabolic blow off tops, or those incredibly nasty dump offs, you need those consolidations first. So the consolidation, the length and severity of the consolidation directly is proportional to the resolution of it, whether it be to the upside or the downside. So the longer that you do see consolidations, the more, if things are going to go up, the more upside you would expect, or downside on the other side as well. So let's see. I see Daniel Kelly says, where can we watch your crypto fight night match? You could probably just type it in on YouTube. Man, that was so much fucking fun. It was crazy, man, because it started they were telling me for like months in advance, hey, your match is going to be between like 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. I was like, all right, I can prepare myself for this, because usually I go to bed at like 9, so that doesn't really, it's a bit bit of an outlier, which I did prepare myself for. But then I was going on at like fucking 1:30 a.m., which I was like sleepwalking into this damn match. It took me like a round or two to actually wake up, man. Took a few punches to the head, and then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, we're here. Tell us about your boxing match. I mean, look, man, I loved it. It was my first match ever. Of course, I felt like if you actually do know boxing, you would have looked at that and just been like, ugh, like what the fuck are both these guys doing? But especially Krown, like, I felt like I used maybe 5% of what I actually learned over the past months in that match. But is as far as like what it actually feels like, it's amazing, man. It's really, really amazing. The adrenaline that kind of carries you through these things is just, you don't get it anywhere else, unless if you're like literally in like a real fight, right? Because you do get that like sort of primordial feeling that your physiology gives you when you're in a tougher situation, like a physically demanding situation. And that's really the only way to get it. And then, of course, you have, the crowd and everything as well. But, when you're in that situation, you don't even hear the fucking crowd. You don't even see the fucking crowd. I remember everything was black to me. Everything was black except for what was right in front of me, as I kind of focused on that. But for most of it, I don't even remember it, to be honest with you. It was too late for me. I was too fucking I was like literally sleepwalking into it. If you watch if you watch the walking and everything, I'm like closing my eyes because I'm like trying to get the what's it called? My tears going again because my eyes were like drying out, like it was too late. But yeah, it was a great time, man. I'd love to do it again. The only issue is that the training for it is the real match, honestly, because you're training for months prior, and really that's all that you're doing. So for me, I have a business, I have people that rely on me and everything. And so I have to be careful, like how deep I get into this. Cause I love boxing. Like if it was my job, I'd just do it all day, every day, but it's not my job and I don't really get anything from it. So it's like I have to be a little bit careful with that. Cause it's addicting, man. It's super fucking addicting. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. Okay. Zombie boxing. Yeah. It was a little bit zombie boxing for me. But anyways, okay, the other dude almost died. I mean, they had to bring out like oxygen and shit for him at the end of the match. Yeah. I don't know, man. Who the hell knows what happened? But one thing that my coach did, my coach is amazing, by the way, but one thing that he did spectacularly well is he prepared me for like, the cardio demands of it. And I could just push the whole damn time. Like I didn't get tired at all during that match. It's crazy. He was on cocaine, maybe. I don't know. My cousin was fighting the alcohol. Oh, okay. So you are Farhan. I was thinking that you are Farhan, but you might not be Farhan, but you are Farhan. There he is. I've actually met Farhan in real life. Really, really good guy. Yeah, your cousins were lit the fuck up, man. But they were really, really good guys, man. Just all love around, which was cool to see. Night. Good evening to you as well, sir. How did this come about? The fight, that is. Crypto Fight Night has been an event that's been going on a yearly basis for the past 3 years now, I think. So, I just started trading boxing and I thought that would be cool. So I reached out to them and asked like, hey, could I get on? And they let me on, which was really, really awesome, man. So, they'll do it again this next year. I'm told a couple times, maybe in April, and again, kind of around the same time as this past year, like October, November area. I'd probably want to wait a year, honestly, just because it does take a lot of preparation and everything, and like I'm not making money from it, so it's like, why am I going to put all my fucking efforts into this shit? Anyways, I need to get this burp out. I'm going to sip the rest of this caffeine, and then we're going right into it. Oh, my favorite part. You get to chew the ice as well. Pizzino's box sometimes too. I don't know about Jason, but I do know that Michael is a fighter. Michael, I actually spoke with him before my fight as well, man. He really, really helped. He's just such a cool guy. He deserves a lot more recognition, Michael Pizzino. And of course, Jason as well. But Jason, he has a massive channel at this point. I think he's almost like 300,000 subscribers. So give some to Michael, man. He's awesome. Krown versus BitBoy for the belt. I would love to box BitBoy, but I don't think he does. I think he's trying to do like karate. Like last I saw him on fucking Twitter, he's doing this shit. Okay, where did I just leave off here? I feel like I wanted to... Did Elsa soak your wounds post-fight? I was completely fine after the fight, man. I was completely fine. It was... yeah. So no wounds to actually really go through, honestly. All right, I feel like I just missed something there, but you know what? Oh, Krown, what's your... do you recommend any books for trading psychology? The one that I always recommend is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, or just any content by Mark Douglas. I think is really, really good. I think he's a good place to kind of start. And then from there, I think it's actually best to not get stuck into fucking psychological hell, which I've actually done before, because a lot of people will focus on like, okay, how do I optimize my trading psychology for this and that? And like, it makes logical sense to want to do, but at the end of the day, the answer to all psychological issues is you just do the right action. You don't need to know why, something is necessarily happening in order for you to do the right action, right? Like if I say, hey, don't FOMO, do you need to understand, okay, well, I FOMO because I'm addicted to dopamine and it's really, really exciting. And so when I see it, then I'm more inclined to take these bad positions and blah, 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 blah. It's like, or just cut to the chase. The action that you want to have is to not give into it. So just don't fucking give into it. But yeah, trading the zone, I do think is just it's a really, really good one. It's bullshito. I think most psychology stuff now is kind of bullshito. Honestly, I used to be really, really big into it, and I don't regret getting big into it, but I do think that it can become like its own black hole that people get sucked into, and then you get focused on that rather than focused on like the actual result. And at the end of the day, it's the actions that get the result. Your psychology will naturally follow to be correct if you just do the right actions. Actually, your emotions actually are set up in that way. So if you just focus on that, you will get to the right place. And probably the lack of sleep had an impact on the results. If you're fully, I mean, of course, but you can always say like this and that, right? So I never want to make excuses, for what happened. At the end of the day, what happened People saw what they saw, and we'll go from there. Fooled by Randomness is also another great book by Nassim Taleb. But other than that, I think actually just. I think getting into a system is like as like a systems based trading is probably the best way to do it. Do the right things and get the right results. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all about the actions, and you don't need to understand like the physiology or biology of what's going on in order to take the right actions. You can do that as like an intellectual pursuit, but I think I see a lot of my problem is that I see a lot of people go down that route and then they just get stuck in that route and they become like so fucking neurotic about worrying about, okay, am I in the right state to trade right now? Am I addicted to dopamine? Do I need to do a dopamine fast? I fucking hated that shit for like, oh God. Anyways, all right. Heuristics over micromanaging. Exactly. It's like the reason why you have psychological issues with regards to trading is because you probably don't have a plan. And when you don't have a plan, naturally speaking, you are going to have psychological issues because you have uncertainty, and uncertainty leads towards, or typically manifesting as bad feelings. And that's usually what people are trying to avoid. So just cut to the fucking chase. Yeah, I agree. Any type of TA monoculture cult behavior is bad. Monoculture cult. I don't know exactly what you mean by that. How do you switch strategy with different market condition? You just switch strategy with different market condition. No, understand what market conditions that you're looking for. That would mean that you should switch your strategy. So this typically is going to come in the form of a couple different things. Trend. Greater trend on different time frames. So that can always be a filter for how you're going to change your strategy. And then 2, volatility regimes. Are we in like a high volatility regime? Okay, you can probably be more aggressive with things. Are you in a low volatility regime? Maybe you want to just play ranges. These sort of things are considerations that you could have. All right, cool. I think I've spoken enough here. Boring the shit out of people, so I apologize about that. We're going to get right into this analysis, so let me just make sure that everything's set up over here. We have the notes already, and we are ready to go. So, all right. Bitcoin has reclaimed the unthinkable, and the real question is what's next for crypto and Bitcoin as we do progress through this week. And Bitcoin popping back up above $43,000, fulfilling the areas of interest that we were looking at from yesterday. So I think it's time to update on that. And other than that, I want to welcome you back to the Krown Crypto channel. This video is being recorded during a nice little live stream in the early morning hours for us over here in Eastern Europe. If you're watching this at a later time, you're more than welcome to join us. Do this Tuesday mornings typically, maybe another day as well, depending upon availability. So let's just jump right into it right now. Starting off first things first with the big area to be aware of from yesterday's video, which was the median on the daily HPDR bands. We were looking at this area right here and saying, hey, Bitcoin has had many chances to break down below $40,000. It has not taken them. Also, the statistics that we've been looking at through various other videos do suggest that December is generally a month to just be looking for upside. And so we do have a potential trap situation going on. And many things did happen yesterday that, well, in the short term, did confirm that trap, and in the high term time frame, is going to start to potentially spill on over relatively soon. First and foremost, we saw a closure above the median, which Bitcoin was living below for the past week. And well, as long as Bitcoin's above it with a positive slope now, I would be looking at that as an indication as Bitcoin's getting ready to retest the highs of this rally. Also, putting in a bullish engulfing dildo on yesterday's closure as well, traded below the low of the prior and closed above the high of the prior. That is bullish engulfing. And now the median is currently sitting just below $42,000. So what I would be saying on this video is that Bitcoin in the short term come back down and test around there. That's fine, but just don't want to see Bitcoin close below $42,000 in the short term, especially on a daily closure. Otherwise, that's going to really call into question the validity of this as a bear trap in this case. But that is also to say that as long as Bitcoin is above $42,000, yeah, the prior analysis is still very much valid. Bitcoin very likely does float back up to the highs of this rally, somewhere around the top side of the 50% range, which is 44,700, sometime this week perhaps, and sets it up for continuation probably into the end of this month, maybe somewhere between 47 to 48,000 bucks. On top of that, we do see that directional volatility represented by the HPDRO indicator is once again headed up with the advent of the last 2 days. And what else do we see? Yeah, we also do see that the Tuesday statistics, particularly as we looked at it from yesterday, is that Tuesday is the most likely day to close positively for Bitcoin if we looked at all of the prior Tuesday closures in Bitcoin's history. 60.5% of them, or almost 60.5% of them, did close positively with an average return of about 2%, actually on both sides. So if it did close negatively, it's a loss of about 2%. If it did close positively, a gain of about 2%. So let's just see what would 2% on top of the current open on the daily look like if Bitcoin were to play that out. And 2% would put Bitcoin basically above the highs of last week at 43,600 or so, which actually we do have a move already in this in the early morning hours here to 43,500. Did I say 42,600? I meant 43,600. But basically Bitcoin's already kind of seen that move. Would like to see it close above that region, however, to actually solidify that. And seeing as Tuesday is the most likely to close positively, I'd say that today would, if Bitcoin is going to put in a bear trap and really confirm it on the higher term timeframes, this would be the day to do it. And closing above 43.5 or 43.6 especially would look really, really good for that next move up, really confirming that as, hey, this really is the time, as Bitcoin does put in actually seemingly a higher low over here on the lower term time frames, now that I do recognize it. Also on the 6 hour Oracle Pro, just wanted to follow up on this one. It actually still stayed long through that whole move right there. The 4 hour, of course, whipped around as it typically does. It does kind of, I wouldn't say that it's just not designed for consolidation. So it kind of just treads water here, small gains, small gains and small losses, small gain right here, small loss right here. Ultimately, it is saying upside's more likely again right now in the short term too. So, just want to follow up on that 6 hour time frame, like I said, which does seem to be the best time frame for this indicator, especially with Bitcoin or just most cryptos. I don't know why, but 6 hour time frame seems to be the lowest time frame that works the best, and fires off like more consistent signals. That one is actually still suggesting upside here too. Anyways, moving on now. I do want to get into this chart. Did forget to mention it. I don't know if we mentioned it yesterday or not, but the daily for CME and spot price action both putting in hidden bullish divergence on this last low right here. This is just continuation of that, so it's playing that out again alongside volatility expansion on the HPDRV above 50% percentile. So I do look at that again as, hey, if this really is a bear trap, we do expect Bitcoin to continue to the upside today and tomorrow, certainly no later than Wednesday, but realistically today and tomorrow would be the days to do it. And we want to see this one retest the highs of this rally before the end of this week. If that happens, that's a damn good indication that Bitcoin's going to make new highs in this rally into the end of this year. And the big correction that we were speaking about at the beginning of this live stream is still likely to come in Q1 of 2024. So I really do want to be more nuanced with my analysis in this regard, because while we have been very, very bullish on this channel basically for the last full year, and especially throughout the last few months since October, there is likely to be a pretty sizable correction in Q1 of 2024 before the halving. And yes, I do believe that it will happen before the halving. So when I say sizable correction, I mean somewhere between 25 to 40%. So it really depends how high Bitcoin gets before that, before that happens. But for right now, upside's still more likely, I do believe. Do we have a setup over here? We did have a setup over here, but it already played out. Let me see. I just want to. This is actually looking pretty good. What did I do on this one? Okay, it's 6-hour time frame. Oh, we didn't get another setup right there. Let me see what's going on there. HPDRO says yes. HPDRV says no. All right, fair enough. All right. Well, nothing to update on that one then, I suppose. Been getting a lot of questions about this, by the way. This is just the skeleton key from the Krown Quant automation. So you can set up shit like this for yourself if you do desire. Anyways, I think that's a good place for me to leave off on this particular analysis. Really short on this one, but realistically, it's pretty simplistic analysis, right? As long as Bitcoin's above $42,000, upside is the direction, and bear trap is in motion with the next sort of area of interest somewhere around 44.6, 44.7ish region, and then into end of year, still 47 to 48 possible there. The only way that I'd look at Bitcoin as as a failure for the boo laws, at least, would be if Bitcoin closes a daily below $42,000. That would be problematic for the boo laws and very likely imply price action below $40,000. But for right now, bullish engulfing, $42,000 major pivot, or technically a little bit below $42,000 major pivot, and that's really all that it needs to be. I guess while we are here and while this video is still on the shorter side, perhaps we could go check out traditional markets. Just to look at NASDAQ, again, making new highs, new all-time highs, not just new highs for the year, but new all-time highs into the end of the year. Again, I do think that it continues into the end of the year, similar to Bitcoin, and you do get probably a January correction on this one. But just put things in perspective, at some point, there will be some pretty nasty bearish divergence on the weekly RSI, but that doesn't mean that it can't continue more before that does play out. And of course, we go to the monthly. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are going to call this a cup and handle, and to be fair, it is. I mean, it is a continuation formation, and it's going to be pointed up probably closer to, like, I'm just doing some mental math, right, or some bad visualizations, but probably close to $20,000. So maybe we actually do see 20,000 in 2024, late 2024 perhaps. But yeah, there's your looming recession. And with that said, I'd like to wish you the best. Take care, much love, and see you hopefully on the next live stream. All right, nice one. I need to take a sip of this caffeine again because it's got a little bit more, and then we get to some of these comments. Let me see what else is lined up over here. So we're good. Daily cock inu, please. Is this a joke or is this a real thing? Oh. Can Detective Butts find Carmen Sandiego, though? That's a good question. He'll have to fart it out, but perhaps yes. It's definitely possible. Just wait till they hear about munging. Do you know what munging is? I should not talk about this one. I'm not going to talk about munging. All right, we'll look at cock inu, please. Cock inu. It is a real thing. It's on Pancake Swap and Trader Joe. All right, sounds convincing. I guess I'm going to go to this one. Okay, it's got basically no history. It's actually, for the history that we have, it's bullish, and it's probably going to make new all-time highs from here. I don't have anything to really say about it, honestly, but this one's going to make new all-time highs. That's fucking funny. Cock inu, to the moon, baby. Give it that blue pill. Who needs some cock inu? The lefties. Elsa's like a full-on right-wing terrorist now. Elsa is the biggest threat to the United States of America. That's what I hear, at least. She's a white supremacist. It's not funny. It's not a laughing matter. You think racism is funny? It's not. It's not funny at all. Nothing funny about that. Stephen Weston says, by the way, I'm not even considered white in Finland, just so you know. Like, people look at me and they're like, okay, and you're not white, obviously, so what are you? And I say, I don't fucking know, man. Could you give your thoughts on radium, please? Okay, I'm going to just type it in here because I don't know what the actual ticker is. You're not white either? I think you are. I think actually you are. I've seen you. I've seen you naked, and you're definitely white. Ray, okay, so terrible long term. In the short term, has had a pretty nice rally here. Starting to see some bearish divergence on the daily. Does the weekly have the same thing as well? No, not yet, but is seeing extremes on volatility. I do think that this current rally is very close to being done, if not already done. I'm basically looking for a high, I'm guessing somewhere around a major fib. Yeah, somewhere pretty much around here. Maybe it hits $1, but I don't think that this one's I don't think that this one's gonna like bulldoze its way through anytime soon. I think that you're gonna see something like this, like consolidation right here, and then maybe next year it'll try and move up. But for now, I think that this rally, especially on the weekly time frame, is likely done. You might see a few more spikes up, like I said, to $1, but I don't think that you're going to see any sustained closures above $1 on a weekly time frame specifically for a while. I wouldn't necessarily be looking for any like major continuation until 2024, and at that point you got like 145 and $2.50 to kind of look forward to, basically. Anyways, moving on now. Let's see what else we got. Ryan McDonald says, greeting from Oz. I think that's Australia. Nice. Can you please analysize my knob? Okay. Slob on my knob, like corn on the cob. Fresh Mimi, minimal history, 1 hour and 4 hour cheers. Okay. Fresh Mimi on Kraken. Is it? I don't know if this is actually, I'm guessing that this is not what you want to look at. Maybe it's knob versus something like this. I don't think it's on TradingView, man. I think it's such a fresh meme that it's not even there. Yeah, I'm guessing it's none of these as well. So I would have to skip on that one, man. It's not on TradingView, so we can't actually look at it. Mythic OG says ALPH. Okay, ALPH. Alphium. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, it's okay. It's like we have all these legitimate stocks over here, and then we have our crypto nonsense. And you're looking at there is no daily to really look at, honestly, man. It's way too fucking new. If I go down to a 4 hour, barely even history here as well. If I had to call it right here, yeah, it's gonna retest the highs of this rally at like $1 or above $1, but there's not really much of an analysis for me to do on this thing, man, to be honest with you. If I had to call another retest of the highs, who knows what the hell happens after that. On some that like this, I just don't trust my tools to really do much or really anything, honestly. I mean, just this shit's like such low liquidity. It doesn't really take much to completely fuck up an analysis. Okay. Eric Ladaweek says SEI analysis, please. Okay, I think this sounds like a real stock. Is it this or is it crypto? Oh, fuck, it's a crypto. Of course it's a crypto. Of course, fucking crypto. But not bad here. Actually, surprise. This one, pretty damn good. New all-time highs, basically. I don't really count this shit over here because no one really was trading it, I expect, during that time. But looking at this one, daily breakout is real, assuming that today closes above about 32 cents. Above 32 cents, I'd be looking for this one to continue to trend towards new all-time highs. For the next week. There's really nothing to do in a blue sky breakout, honestly, man. Maybe we could do something like this just to see what the potential areas of interest might be. You kind of already hit the next one at 36 cents, so maybe a bit of a short-term pullback there, and then after that, I'd be looking for this one to kind of continue. Yeah, actually pretty good. Assuming that today closed above 32, I'd be looking for a consolidation between about 32 and 36. Come back to it after that. Solana 4 hour and 12 hour. All right, let's see. Haven't looked at Solana in a while. Okay, I'm guessing last time we looked at it, we said, hey, expect a consolidation right here at 70, basically 75, the 618 fib. And that's what it's doing. And it's been consolidating here now for about 10 days. This one actually is starting to look more and more like it's ready to, yeah, this one's looking like it's ready to bust, actually. I was gonna say maybe volatility might be high in the weekly, but no, it's not even, sir. It's not even, bro. Of course, $75 is gonna be the major area to be aware of. If you see a weekly closure above there, this thing will head back up above $100, like well above $100, probably 120 to 130 region. The question is, does it do it from this exact posturing? Maybe. The daily's looking pretty good. Hidden bullish evidence if it closes today here or higher, basically. So it might actually do it today. That's crazy. Not that whole move, but break out today. Just want to see it close basically, let's say like basically here or higher would look pretty good. Let's see. Wait, what the fuck? Mika's Adventure says, I wasn't your back fur for Christmas. Mass, please. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Kenny Rinaldi says Ordi USD. Okay, is ordinals. I feel like like complete moron for not buying this one. I was looking at it when it was $10, and I was like, this one seems kind of obvious. Maybe I should just get it. Didn't get it, but that's okay. That's more for you. It's 5x since that time. Great fucking trading, Krown. Or great investing. 12-hour and daily. Might as well just look at the daily. Hidden bullish evidence on this next daily. If it does close here or higher by end of day, above 53.5, basically. If that does happen, I'd be looking for it to retest the highs of this rally, 68 or so, and probably continue from there. Weekly, similar to kind of Solana in that current posturing. 12-hour, same shit as well. Hidden bullish evidence on this current low. Again, potential, assuming that it closes here or higher. Bullish as long as it's above $42. I like it. Especially with low volatility like this on the 12-hour. I think that this one's a lot more poised for upside continuation here than a reversal. Basically what I'm saying is volatility expansion is going to favor upside continuation more than downside if you're looking at probabilities. Sly Time 00 says TLM. Okay, what's this? TLM. Alien Worlds. Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! It's me, Santa Elsa. Imagine your fiance laughs like a fucking bird. Imagine your fiance is a bird. Imagine your fiance looks like a bird. Don't like it. This is bad. It's not disrespectful. It's a compliment. Aliens are in now. Didn't you know? I saw an alien in Mexico, of all places. They look very bizarre. We should fucking kill them all. Man, if those aliens landed in India, why are there no aliens or alien sightings in India? It's because Indians will fuck anything. Okay, I read a story about a gang of Indians who gang raped not a woman but a lizard. They gang raped a fucking lizard, and I guess they went to Indian jail for that. Like, you can just imagine what they're gonna do to a damn alien. How do you even rape a lizard anyways? Like a big fucking one. Looks like Komodo dragon. I saw the picture of it. Not a Komodo dragon, obviously, because those things are evil and will actually kill you, but a non-venomous version about the size of Komodo dragon. It was a yellow color, of course. They gang raped it. That's truth. Just fucking look it up on the internet. That's why no aliens go to Mexico. And no aliens are coming on this chart anyways, because this chart's fucking awful. It's fucking bad. It's really fucking bad. It's maybe one of the worst charts that we've seen today. In fact, it is the worst chart that we've seen today. In fact, I am so fucking... Oh, God, man, this chart. Where is my damn soundboard? Where is my fucking soundboard? Oh, I think my soundboard got wrecked. Is this what? Nope. I have to figure that one out later. Bastard. It was all set up. It was all set up. Yeah, daily, weekly, both shitty as fuck. Look, if the rest of the market is super strong, then this one gets a free ride up as well. But I don't see this one doing anything sustained to the upside for a long time. Like, I think best case scenario, you see like a 3-cent move. And that's like the rest of the market goes moon mode and pulls this thing up by its bootstraps. But realistically, charts that look awful like this, they're going to underperform the rest of the market. But of course, people will get mad at me when I say that this is a shitty chart, even though, you know, it will go up based off the strength of the rest of the market. But it's not going to go up as much as other things. So terrible, just really bad, really fucking bad. While the rest of the market, you know, was rallying up in 100% X moves, this thing was making new lows for most of this year, and only recently, since October, has put in a almost 100% move to the upside, but still is in a weekly downtrend. I mean, it's just bad, just fucking bad, man, just so bad, so fucking bad. While everything else is putting in these amazing moves. This, my alien worlds. My fucking alien worlds. This one's going to India. I'm sending this alien worlds. I'm sending this TLM to India. Enjoy that. Hunter Sudath says XD long term, please. Let's see it. Show me my Tezos. Bad. It's another bad chart. Not as bad as the last thing, though. It's not as bad, but it's pretty bad. This one's not going to India, though. This one can stay. This one can stay. Held it since last bull market. All right, so let's see. We only need 1,400% move to the upside to break even. No problem. Again, another terrible chart. Just terrible. Ever since this one broke down below like $3.50, nothing good about this. However, is it going to put in a rally from here? Yes, it's likely going to put in a rally from here, but same issue as the last chart. While everything else in their fucking mother was rallying to the heavens and beyond, this thing was making new lows. And only recently even tried a little bit of a rally. And yeah, it probably does try more in this rally. Probably even does tag up to like above $1, $1.50, something like that. It's completely fine. But just bad, man, bad. You know. Yeah, I'll be fine. I can read, sir. It'll be okay. Elsa actually has to go to class because if she's late to class, then she can't go. Oh, and it's not raining anymore either. You lucky bastard. Anyways, yeah, you know, again, it's probably going to rally from here. But to put things in perspective, you need nearly a 2,000% rally. I think there's better things that will outperform this in the more short term, even personally speaking. But yeah, it's going to go up from here. Or I should say, it's very likely to go up from here. Just pound for pound, it's going to be, well, awful as usual. Myro USD. Okay, Myro USD for Anima. Okay, I guess it's over here on Bitmart, CoinEx, MEXC, and BitGet. Just the best exchanges out there. Not really much to do on something like this. Too new, really. It's neither impressive nor terrible. It's just it's neutral. It's been around since like less than a month. There's really not an analysis for me to do on this one, man. It's like I'm looking for something, but I think I'm just seeing Jesus toast here. Yeah, I think this is Jesus toast. Yeah, I don't have any strong opinions on this. I don't have any real strong opinions on this. If I had to call it, I'd say it probably goes back up north of 3 cents, but there's just not much to be going off of here. I don't feel confident on that statement at all. JVille says, can you do VRA? Just one, sir. Just one. Only one shitcoin at a time. Just let's see. Another terrible chart. Terrible chart. Not as bad. Not as bad as fucking alien India worlds, but this thing pretty fucking bad still. Again, another chart that just did not rally with the rest of the market, or certainly not as much. Let's see. Well, it's definitely nowhere near as bad as that aliens world's bullshit. The real question is, has this one put in a macro low? And I do think so. Yes. I mean, this would appear to be a monthly higher low. It'll be fully confirmed with any sort of a weekly closure above about a cent. Yeah, is that a cent? Yeah, a little bit above a cent. At that point, this thing's going to really move to the upside, probably closer to like 2.5 to 3 cents. But I don't really have any much else to go off of. Daily looks kind of ugly here, but I think it's just a low liquidity altcoin. I'd give it leeway as long as it's above about half of a cent. Below half of a cent, yeah, I can get sent back down to India, but until then, I think it's just a low liquidity altcoin, and these things just look ugly, and that's just the way they operate, but probably does hold these levels. But yeah, the big area to be aware of, like I said, is just above a cent. That's a big one. Above there, this thing's gonna fucking fly probably. Michael Longcar says AGIX. Okay, AGIX. All right. I think this is like an old shitcoin. Singularity Net. Yeah. 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 Okay. Again, similar for this one. It's like I do think it's gonna bust on through and probably continue with this rally up. Probably closer to 40 cents, realistically. But you know, what's a big area to be aware of? Above about 34 on a weekly. I don't really know what time frames you're looking at, to be honest with you, but daily hidden bullish evidence if it closes today here or higher. Really, only I'd get bearish on it if basically it traded below yesterday's low. Below yesterday's low, okay, problems, you know, and this one reverses. But until then, more likely to go to the upside here than not. Let's see. Sovereign says Futu Cuckoo. Futu Cuckoo. S-O-V-Y-R... What? Wait, hold on. How do you spell this? S-O-V-Y-R-N. Okay. Sovereign. I'm guessing it's this crypto over here. Another terrible chart that just goes down since 2021. But it does look like it's reversing actually on the weekly, to be fair. So this one probably does continue up towards the highs that you did see in March. At that point, I'd be looking for a pullback. Short term, really only bearish if you go back below about 55 cents or so. Yeah, I think this one has one more move to the upside, closer to the highs that you saw in March, like somewhere around or close to $1. Probably spend some time going sideways from there and then come back to it. But you do technically have a weekly higher low in place. This one could very well be a what was that? This one very well could be a reversal here, and I think it probably is. Anyways, Jacob Virgil de Dios, very exotic name. Hello, IEP stock, please. Thank you for specifying that it is indeed a stock. Let's see. Okay, I'm guessing it's this thing, Icon Enterprises. What was it? What is this? Oh, okay. All right. This terrible. It's getting sent to India for sure. For fucking sure, man. Terrible. If this is what you actually want to be looking at, let me just double check that. Is it? Yeah, it must be this one. I mean, actually, you probably should have specified what exchange it's on, but I'm guessing NASDAQ. Really bad here. The question is, does it get a pity bounce just from being, just from having this move? I mean, you are seeing monthly extremes on volatility. Like, the majority of this downside move has already been done. Maybe it heads closer to like $11.5, $12, but it's a lot closer to a bounce here than not. In fact, I am kind of inclined to say that it does head a little bit lower. I don't know what the hell this thing is though, or what it's done. Weekly hidden bearish evidence, probably one more move to the downside and then a big bounce. Come back to it after that. I need some of this water, actually. I need some water here. Okay. Let's see what else we got. B. Arthur's Dingus. Nice. Ola from Arizona. Is that AZ, Arizona? Where fur goes to die, ILV, daily and weekly. Okay. ILV. This is Alluvium. I recognize this name, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, pretty good rally right there, but like a lot of these older shitcoin charts, it's just pound for pound, it's not impressive. I mean, this rally over here is good, yes, but it's probably not outpacing a lot of other altcoins, I'm guessing. Just want to see the monthly as well. Yeah, look, I do think that this is a macro reversal here, and I do think that it'll eventually find its way up closer to like $250 in the coming months. But what are we looking at on the daily? This is a tough one. If I were to just look at this one on the daily, I'd say, no, this one's coming down. This one's ugly. But just based off the way that the rest of the market works, like probably just be looking for consolidation here for some time between like 70, or sorry, yeah, about 70 and like $1.15. And that would actually look pretty good for the next higher low on the weekly. Not anything to get super excited about to the long term towards the upside until you start to see closures above like 120. At that point, you're probably going to see big rallies up, like I said, to about $250. But I expect that this one's going to be going sideways for a while, and sideways would be good. Just don't want to see it below 70. So yeah. All right, let's see. AVAX on the 4 hour says Giles Debauché, I think. Hopefully I'm saying that properly. Let's see. Okay. You said 4 hours specifically. Oh, look, the LARP lines. The LARP lines, what are they doing here? Going sideways. I would probably still be saying the same thing. I do think short term, on the 4 hour, probably test a little bit more upside. Well, hold on. I don't fucking on the why the fucking 4 hour, man? I'm inclined to say it probably tests out a little bit more upside just based off the hidden bullish evidence here. The higher term time frames, I think, are going to be going sideways for a while though. Same thing as I said before. Sideways between like 30, like upper 30s and like 30. Yeah, between like 30 and 40, basically. Long term, I do think that it continues, but I suspect it's going to be going sideways for a while. I mean, it's had a pretty amazing run here, actually. It's over a 400% move, man. But yeah, very, very short term on the 4 hour. Does it pop back up? Maybe close to like 43 or so? Probably yes. Wait, I feel like the numbers I just said do not make sense. Did I mean between 40 and 50? Sorry, I whiffed that one. Between low 30s and no, in low 40s. But why does that look different to me? All right, I think my eyes are just deceiving me right now. Okay, let's see. ICP long term says Misha Vladimir, definitely Russian. Everyone get him. Kidding. I'm kidding, man. We live next to Russia, so don't kill me. Yeah, we're just poor Finns. ICP, good move here, yes, but you know it's probably gonna spike a little bit higher. It might even spike up towards like 12, 13, but I do think that you're getting ready for a prolonged sideways relatively soon here. Weekly volatility at these levels, it can sustain these levels for another few weeks, like probably into January, but after that I'd be looking for this one to really go sideways for like a long time and play out some downside. Short term, daily, I guess I'd have to be looking for continuation as long as it's above 8.25, but that's not very helpful. I'm inclined to say that this one probably does move up a little bit more, maybe closer to like 13, 14 bucks, and then plays out a sideways consolidation. But it's another 2021 chart that's just basically gone only down. And yeah, it does look like the weekly is reversing for the first time ever, but it's going to take its time. So yeah, I do think it's a reversal long term. Rion Gauss says, "Sir, hope you're well, bro." Thanks, man. I hope you're well as well. Render versus Bitcoin or the dollar, just one, man. Let's look at versus Bitcoin because we haven't done that today. This is actually a very interesting chart because what does it suggest? It suggests that it's gonna outperform Bitcoin here. You have very obviously a weekly higher low. You have very obviously a weekly reversal. Upside more likely in the short term as far as the weekly goes. Daily time frame, consolidation around the highs, that's fine. Bullish as long as it's above whatever the hell, 800 Satoshis basically. Monthly, long term, monthly higher low, working on a higher high. Any sort of a monthly closure above 1,000 Satoshis basically here or higher, and I'd be looking for this one to make, retest those highs at like 1,400 in 2024. More water for me, man. My throat's starting to scratch. What's going on here? Chris Lawrence says, anybody in here bet the NBA? I maybe. How about the regression on the Pacers? Wow, they are feeling really low after getting bounced. Man, I do not give a fuck about that, but hopefully someone else does. Michael Longcar says HYPC. Okay, let's see. I just can't watch grown men throw a ball into a hoop. It just feels weird. What's the weirdest thing is when people wear their jerseys. Like, not when people, especially when dudes wear their jerseys. Like, there's nothing wrong with this, but that's gay as fuck. No, there's nothing wrong with it though. Like, being gay is okay. It's 2023, of course. But that is, I just learned what a soy boy is, and yeah, that's something. It sounds like something a soy boy would do. Else is a soy boy.
I'm a cis woman.
You're a cis woman. Yeah. Okay, what is this thing? Okay. Newer altcoin, not much history. It's like I want to say that this is going to be another low here because there technically would be some pretty impressive bullish divergence if it does reverse here, but how would you confirm this as a local low? It need to pop back up above like 7 cents. It was because it was raining earlier. Yes. I know it does have higher lows on the daily. It's ugly, but I suspect that that's just because it's a newer altcoin. I just don't have strong opinions on this one though, man. I just don't. If I was just looking at this, I'd say, yeah, it's ugly as fuck. This one's gonna go down, but what I should say is that, hey, look, as long as it's hold 63 cents, that's okay. It's probably the next higher low. If it loses about 63, 62 cents on a daily closure, then yeah, I'd expect a reversal to continue. Or sorry, the reversal to continue down to like 45 cents, somewhere between 45 to 48. But for right now, I give it a chance here. Let's see. Rumple Foreskin says LGBTQ 1000. Is this an actual real thing? LGBTQ
If it is, I'm buying.
It is actually a real thing. Holy shit.
I'm buying.
LGBTQ 100 ESG index. No fucking way. Yes, this is something that gay ass Elsa would buy.
You need to buy it for me.
I'm not buying this for you. What the
That's
fuck?
my Christmas.
Actually, it's pretty good. It's probably gonna retest the highs at 2,900 and probably gonna make new all-time highs in 2024. I'm long LGBTQ 100. It's actually pretty good, to be honest with you. It is. I'd be looking for retest highs and probably make new highs. Not as strong as Nasdaq or SPY, but sir, you need to go.
Yeah, I need to go.
Like, Elsa has no sense of timing, like none at all. Girl, I don't know if this is a girl thing or if it's just an Elsa thing, but she literally has no fucking sense of time. She can never be on time to anything. Just awful. B Nana Man says Ben Kui, symbol QI. All right. Let's see what this one's doing. Again, another like shitty 2021 chart that only went straight down and is now just reversing. It's probably going to go for more, yes. But look, I'd be looking for a consolidate. I do think that you've hit a high here at like 3.7 cents. I do think it goes for a consolidation between there and like 1.5 or 1.7 cents and spend some time going sideways here. And then, yeah, probably does continue the rally sometime next year. But I do think it's not going to make new highs above that 3.8 tick anytime soon. Maybe a few more spikes around there in the short term. Very likely somewhere around 3 cents, I do think, but I don't think it's ready to like continue trend here. No. All right. Now that Elsa's gone, we can talk just between us. Giles says XRP on the daily, please. All right. XRP US derp. Is there still an XRP army? Sideways as fuck on the daily. Weekly, same thing. Again, I do think that this one is generally going to trend up here. It's not that interesting. I mean, this basically been going sideways for the past 5 years. It does look like this overall consolidation is actually very mature now, though. You know, the monthly is ready here coming into 2024. I do think that this one will play up to like $1.25, $1.50 sometime in 2024. But you know, for right now, if I'm just looking at the daily, I'd be looking for this one to continue range between like 57 cents and 70 cents for a while. Below 57, I'd get bearish on it, I guess. Back down to like 50 or so, but you know, it's probably not what you're interested in, I'm guessing. The PPOP says Mimi on the 4-hour and daily. All right, let's see. On Pith Exchange, that's a new one. Okay, well, I guess we'll just go to Binance. They're reputable, right? Daily, no history. 4-hour, barely any history still. But short term probably does pop back up somewhere around like 3 cents, or sorry, a little bit north of 3 cents, like 3.1 cents. I don't have an analysis on something that's this new, man. It's just there's not much to be going off of. It's really not. I can tell you where I get very bearish on it, below this low over here at 2.3 cents. That's a big problem. Until then, just not much to be going off of there. RAM Power, ICP, we already saw that. And 2 Baldur's Gate 3 tips. Oh, that I can help you with, ma'am. Okay, so I am a level 12 wizard necromancer, high elf, by the way, high elf, half high elf. Very powerful, very, very powerful. And I've been animating the dead recently. There was actually a really great scenario recently in Act 3 where this little kid came up to me and said, some monster killed their parents, and they show me their parents like they were right in front of them, like on the ground dead. And I said, no problem, kid, stand back. And then I cast animate dead on his parents, and they came back as my ghouls. And now those ghouls are my undead thralls that do my bidding. They've been actually spanking all kinds of bad guys. They took down Orin last night, really fucking good fight. The dragon as well, holy shit. Answer got slapped by my ghouls, my mummy and my ghouls and my djinn. That's right. Very powerful, very, very powerful. In fact, overly powerful. I would say overpowered in this case. In Baldur's Gate 3, if you want to be overpowered, just go Necromancer Summoner It's fucking stupid. I'm on tactician difficulty and I barely struggle with the game. I also have Dance Macabre, so I have a total of 9 ghouls. 9 ghouls, 5 from Dance Macabre, 4 from my Undead Flock. These are flying ghouls, by the way, so they have a lot more maneuverability and they can paralyze my targets. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's the best actually. So yeah, there you go. There's your tips. Raise the dead. Raise the fucking dead. ML says, my ghouls. My ghouls. The ghouls are coming for this chart. The ghouls are coming for this chart. Symbol ML. All right. Mind Flayer. No, Mint Layer. All right. Mint Layer USD on MEXC. Fucking great. Send this one to Mexico. Actually, pretty good chart here. As far as what it's doing, is it ready to do more? Actually, probably yes. Well, on the short term, yeah, it probably does trade back up towards 45 cents or so. Daily, I'm just generally bullish on this thing as long as it's above a quarter. Below a quarter, I guess I'd have to be looking for a much greater correction. But for right now, you know, this one's seen extremes on daily volatility, seen daily bearish divergence right here. I suspect that it plays at a range between the current highs and somewhere around a quarter, something like that. Unless the ghouls get it. If my ghouls get their hands on it, it's over, man. It's fucking over for this thing. KOJ says, can you do Metis on the weekly or daily? Okay, let's check it out. Is this one going to get sent to the ghoul bin or not? Actually, it's looking good on the daily here for continuation. Hidden bullish divergence. Many drives come off that last low. Weekly. I mean, long term, it's not like an interesting chart here, but I do expect that it does trade back up towards like 33, 34 bucks in the coming weeks, and then plays out a bit of a sideways range into early 2024, something like that. We've already looked at your fucking cock Inu symbol, for the love of God. I think it was actually good, if I recall correctly. Not getting sent to the ghoul bin. Farmonic says Hydra USD. Okay, Hydra USD. All right. What the fuck? Bad, man. Real bad. The ghouls are getting this one, no problem. Hidden bearish. Well, everything else is putting in hidden bullish evidence. This one's putting in hidden bearish evidence. I think that this one's probably already seen the highs in this rally. Terrible. Among the worst charts that we've seen today. This one's going to fucking the mung bin. Really fucking bad, man. Really fucking bad. I suspect that this one, this one's probably seen the highs on the rally. If it continues up, it's just based off of the strength from the rest of the market. And I think best case scenario, long term, you might see like $1.50. But just terrible, man. Terrible. Fucking terrible. Long term, 6 months. Yeah. I think that's best case scenario. What's most, I suspect that I wouldn't say that you'll never see these prices again over here, but not anytime soon. And when I say anytime soon, like in the next couple of years, if ever. It's bad. It's really bad. RNDR. Okay, I think we did we already do this one? Render. Maybe not, but I feel like I've looked at it before. I think on one of those altcoin videos. I do suspect that this one will trade up back to $5.50 at some point, but that's the weekly. Daily, does it play out some more sideways first? Probably yes. 4-hour time frame, same shit. Short term, you know, probably pops back up to like $4.50, but I think this one takes its time. But overall, long term, it's one of the better charts that we've seen today for sure. No doubt about it. Monthly has reversed into an uptrend, same as the weekly, obviously. The monthly is. Yeah, I think that this one will trade up to like $5.50, $6 in the coming months. Albert Einstein, holy shit, it's him. Hello, sir. ALU, okay. ALU. All right, what is this? Whoops. Let's try it to actually spell it properly. Altura. It's a similar chart to the one that we just saw, just not as strong. You can see the relative strength here, and this one's relatively weak compared to the last one. But same thing as the last one. I do think that this one will trade further up towards like 10 cents on the weekly. I do think that you do have a nice pivot here at about 5 cents. As long as you're above 5 cents, I'm bullish for that move to like 9-10 cents. Monthly reversal is real as well. It's like long term, this one will very likely continue up. Anything above 5 cents is bullish on this one. Yeah, I don't have anything to add other than that. Okay, Sea War on the daily says Young Kwai. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Sea War US Derp. Okay. KuCoin. Another hidden bullish divergence on that last daily low from yesterday. Again, another terrible chart long term, but does it try some, does it create that same range? I think that a lot of these charts are just range between the current high and then in this case somewhere around here, like a little bit above 1.5 cent. I'd be looking for a range there for a while. Anywhere above the current high of this rally, and this one actually can probably rocket up somewhere close to like 12 cents, but again, relatively weak long term, just bad. Most things are already confirming weekly have already confirmed weekly reversals quite some time ago. This one actually still is not, although it probably will as well. It's not as strong. It's not as strong. So when you're thinking in terms of relative strengths, it's going to move to the upside very likely long term, but not as much as other things. Mythic OG says Grok on the daily 4 hour. Okay, Grok USD. Okay, I guess Gate IO. Weird as fuck chart. I don't have anything to make off of this really. Too new. If I had to call it, maybe it extends this rally a little bit more in the short term towards ascent, but again, no confidence on that. In just one at a time, for fuck's sake. Kiki says, hi sir. What's up, ma'am? Can you have Ordi? We already looked at Ordi, so we'll look at Sats. It's like you asked for 2, but you'll get 1 because we already looked at the other one. And also, we can only do 1 at a time anyways, because otherwise you're going to fucking wreck my voice. Daily, weekly, actually both looking good for continuation here. Daily hidden bullish divergence on that last low. Well, would like to see daily close here or higher by end of day, especially above whatever the high was from Thursday last week. That would look really, really good for continuation. Weekly would be looking for kind of a consolidation and probably a stoppage somewhere a little bit higher, somewhere around this area right here. Long-term, just, well, yeah, actually, this one does have long-term. Long-term, actually really good. Monthly since 2010. Okay, so this is doing this is basically just Bitcoin's chart. Yeah, it's fine. I'd be looking for consolidation somewhere around here. I think it's got one more move. Let's see. Elsie says AIOZ on the 4 hour. AIOZ. Okay. All right. And again, another chart that's very new. Hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Just want to see it today close here or higher, and then I'd be looking for another retest of the highs of this rally. 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame is actually in danger of putting in a lower high and playing out hidden bearish divergence. But I suppose short term, that's the area to be aware of, like 16 cents basically. Long term on the 4 hour, anything above 9 cents is fine. Yeah, I'm inclined to say that it does try another move to the upside here, but weird chart. Yeah, weird one here. I don't know about this one. Doing weird shit. ALPJ. Okay. Not on TradingView, it looks like. Maybe it's one of these things. No, not on TradingView. Too new, man. Let me just double check. Okay, ALPJ, yeah, not on TradingView. So unfortunately, I can't look at it. The P-Pop says INJ, the strongest daily in shitcoin land. I remember this name from a while ago, and I remember that it was stronger. Let's see. Weekly, making new all-time highs, actually hitting that next targeted region from the 1.272 extension. Definitely among the best charts, if not the best chart we've seen today. Yeah, I'd be looking for a pullback somewhere around there, like 41, 42 bucks. But long term, very likely to continue to make new all-time highs in 2024. Good, very, very good. Very, very good. This rally currently is getting kind of hot though. So I think it's maybe got one more spike. Maybe it spikes up a little bit, closes below that $41 region or so, then plays out a consolidation for a while. But yeah, overall, yeah, definitely among the best, if not the best for today. Let's see. Rumple Foreskin says XMR weekly for James. Okay, Jesus Christ. This fucking guy has been bit by the XMR bug. Some people get bit by this shit, but to be fair, XMR does make a lot of sense for a lot of things, but as far as charts go, it's kind of like SRP. It's been doing fuck all since 2018, but you know, does it have the next macro high or low here? Yeah, very likely. Is it going to work its way back up in the next year towards like $300? Probably yes. You know, bullish evidence on that last macro high or low. Yeah, I mean, I do think it's going to be good long term. It's just pound for pound, it's going to get outperformed by many other things. Cardurpo versus the dollar. Let's see. Okay, we actually haven't done this one today. Weekly, it did hit my 69-cent target. Great number there. Pulling back from that a little bit on the weekly as well. That's okay. I'd be looking for consolidation basically between like 50 cents and 69 cents. Anywhere above 69 cents on a weekly closure, and this thing can actually really move to the upside. Very likely next move above $1 after that happens. Daily. No strong opinions here. I think more sideways on the daily probably. Let's see. I need to bring up my chats now because I actually, Elsa has left me. So she's gone. She's gone forever. But it is what it is. All right, let me see where she left off and then I will pick it up. All right, actually found it. Nice. Easy. Shill says Shiba Inu on the daily. Oh, God. All right, what's the Shibsters doing? Bad long term. Again, probably gonna move up. Long term. Probably gonna find its way somewhere around, you know, the highs that you saw from February. But in terms of relative strength, fucking bad. Is the weekly gonna push through here? Probably yes. Probably does trade back up towards. I mean, ultimately, probably trades back up towards these highs here from January, February. That's what I do think. I need more water, man. Damn. Shib walked so bonk can run. That's actually a good way of thinking of it. The bonkster, but that's another one that I think is done for a very long time. Actually, let's just go check it out. I'm curious because I basically said the highs are in last weekend. Am I right? Right so far. Weekly actually doesn't look bad, but I do think that's going to be the high for a while. The weekly makes me reconsider that though. It's like, could this one see more? It actually could. It's going to get another spike up at least, but I don't think it sustains new highs still. Lee Colify says, hey, Krown, fellow Bitcoin Max here, but Jesus coin has been so impressive. Let's check it out. Can we seek salvation through the blockchain? Let's see. Actually, Jesus coin looking pretty good. I remember last week we looked at this thing. Yeah, short term, I think that this one, short term-ish, I think this one retests the highs of this rally at like whatever the hell this number is here from Saturday, the 2nd of December. Pretty good. Not much history, but yeah, better than a lot of the other shit that we've seen today. I'm long Jesus, baby. I'm not necessarily Bitcoin maxi. I just think that most things other than Bitcoin are worthless. But I'm not naive to say that everything besides Bitcoin is worthless. No, I mean, of course, other altcoins, you know, do have their uses, and sure, there's going to be some very successful ones even without uses. But I just don't know what they are, and that's not my game, so I don't play it. So I just ignore most of them, really. Cool. All right. I have to read this comment. CMGZ510 says, hi, first time here. Nice, man. Welcome. Take off your pants. Love the show, my guy. Cool. Just wanted to say one thing. My cat's breath smells like cat food. It would be more concerning if it smelled like, like something else. Mograr the Great says, I'm President Joe Biden. If you vote for me, I can promise cock inu. Vote for me. Every American gets the cock inu. Fuck yeah, baby. I'm in. Give it to me. Give it to me, Joe. Give it to me, Uncle Joe. Whisper in my ear and tell me the cock's going to be good. Shill says Shiba. Yeah, no, we already got that one, so we're good there. Only with words says Dgens assemble. Where's Fugazi? Is that a ticker? I don't know. I don't know if this is a request or not. Because altcoins are so okay. It's not. Bonk, big bong, bing bong bonk. What else we got? Michael Longcar says IAG. All right, let's see IAG. A completely new one for me. I've never seen this one before as well. 4 hour actually looking good for continuation. Daily, it's a weird looking chart, but that doesn't mean bad. I don't know how much this current rally has to go before it plays out a nice consolidation, but it does look like it's ready to make new highs in this rally, actually. Nothing bearish about this as long as it's above 15 cents. Full hour looks kind of, again, these altcoins that have such low liquidity are like sloppy charts, but if I had to call it, it makes new highs on that rally before anything else. Squirrel Bane, what's up, man? Beam on the 4 hour and weekly, please. Okay, BEAM. All right. What's this? Okay. CoinX. Ugly as fuck long term. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, ugly as fuck long term. But see, this is what a lot of these altcoins are going to do. This is what a lot of these shitcoins are going to do. They just go down, 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 and down for many years. Then they have this big spike up, and then that's either going to be the next lower high, or it's kind of stalls out there. So like a lot of the shittier charts that we saw today, you can actually expect probably something similar to that. And then you're going to be very mad at me for calling it a shitty chart, because you're going to say, well, it just went up a shit ton, man. And then I'll say, well, yeah, but when you measure it against what you could have been gaining for like, over a longer period of time, it's pretty bad. This one, no different in my opinion, but short term, does it continue, does it try another move to the upside? Yeah, probably back up to 20 cents, somewhere between like 16 to 20 cents, I'd guess, just based off of hidden bullish evidence here, which will be confirmed by end of day, assuming that it closes, especially above like, 12 cents or so. Yeah, above there, I'd feel a lot more confident with that. I guess long term, you could look at it as bullish as long as you're above like 7 cents, but I'm never going to like a chart like this. It just doesn't give you any confidence when it literally prints lower high after lower high after lower high, which is what this one has done. Okay, what else we got? Let's see. There he is, African Crypto Warlord. What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to fucking see you. Pitt has left a super chat, but no. Oh, Pitt meant to ask about G Swift. Okay, G Swift. All right. It's on various highly esteemed exchanges. Maybe we go to Uniswap for this one. Actually, really good here. Okay, let's actually try one of the other ones. Let's try Bybit. It's a tough one for me. I'm not going to hate a chart like this, obviously, but it's just very difficult to have an opinion on something like this. If I had to call it, it probably tries another short-term move up towards 7 cents, but I don't feel confident on this. What I feel confident on is looking at the daily and saying, hey, long-term, this one's bullish as long as you're above about 40 cents. That's not that helpful, though. Like, that's the problem with something that has this low of history. I mean, maybe we can try this tool over here and see if anything lines up. Yeah, the numbers do line up, which is actually very interesting. So currently a nice range between the 1618 extension, the 2 extension. Above the 2 extension, this one gets to break out again and probably heads up to well above a buck, like $1.25, if that happens. All right. Ross Fung says QNT USD. All right, QNT USD. Quant. Let's see. It's like it's not an impressive chart long term, but yeah, is it having the reversal here? Probably yes. Just looks ugly. If I had to call it, it probably heads up towards like 125, 130-ish region. Bullish on the daily as long as you're above yesterday's low, basically. It's just not as strong as other things, so it becomes more difficult to kind of get an idea for. What about the monthly? Yeah, it's uninteresting on the monthly, like very uninteresting. Weekly, look, I guess you could look at it as a weekly reversal, assuming that you stay above yesterday's low. It's kind of an easy way to look at it, but in favor of the upside from there. But don't feel super compelled by that one. I see Nikki Page here. I see that she's banning people, which is nice. Keep on banning, baby. Keep on fucking banning. Smash the likes or you're banned. It's good. That's good. Smash the likes or you're banned. That's right. African Crypto Warlord says, nice, good effort, you 10 likers. That I see 21 likes on my screen, but maybe I just haven't updated it. Let's see. Sens on the daily says Soul Palace. Okay. Let's see what this one's doing. Oh, this might be, no. What are we looking at here? Maybe it's one of these. Is it a real stock? Maybe it's this on Arca, because I don't see any cryptos with that. Pretty bad for a stock. Really bad for a stock, but Is it putting in a monthly low here? Probably yes, especially with traditional marks making new all-time highs, like bullish evidence on the monthly. It's probably a higher low on the monthly. It's ugly long term. So does it work its way back up towards like a buck in 2024? Probably yes. Probably yes, but just ugly, man. Even the daily doesn't want to do it. I'm getting all kind of signals for downside there as well. It's more interesting. Lovey says UMB USD. Okay. UMB. All right. Umbrella. Okay. Let's see what we got. Maybe we'll get off the 4 hour. Again, these fucking altcoin charts are just so fucking sloppy. Yeah, I get long term, just bad, very fucking bad. This one gets sent to India. My ghouls are gonna gang rape it there, and there's nothing that can be done for it. Look, weekly has hidden bearish evidence already. Between this high and this high, and that high is significantly higher. I do believe it's 2x from here. But these charts are so fucking sloppy that it might just push through here and put in a move towards like 3 cents anyways. That's a problem with these shitcoin charts. Like, they're just ugly as fuck. But the monthly has that regular bullish evidence. It is a slightly, it's not even a higher low, is it? That's the problem with these damn things, man. It's like it'll go up based off the strength of the rest of the market. Gonna probably have some hidden bullish evidence on the daily here too. Yeah, I've seen this crypto shit for too long. It's like, look, I can't really be bearish on it as long as it's above about 1.1 cents. Between there and the current highs at like 2.1 cents is, it's probably gonna be good, and it probably does work its way back up to 3 cents. But I'm just never like a chart that looks like this long term. Again, thinking in terms of relative strength, this one is not fucking strong at all. It's fucking bad. It's very, very bad long term. But it will very likely go up just based off the strength of the broad market. JT, big pennant on quant. Oh god. Patterns work, but they don't work. Here is the secret that you can learn to understand all patterns everywhere, for the ones that will actually work. All patterns come down to is trend. If you understand trend, you can understand every pattern. But patterns on their own are, in my opinion, actually mostly worthless, except for a few. But it's if you understand the trend anyways, it doesn't matter. You just say, oh, we have a reversal here, higher highs, higher lows. Fucking simple. But people like to see Jesus toast and everything, and the more that I do this, the more and more that I believe that most of that stuff is just fucking garbage used for engagement. And I've been guilty of it in the past as well, because it does get better engagement, to be fair. It really does, on social media. But when it comes to like actual trading those things, it's going to be very, very difficult to make money that way. Very difficult. Big pennant, like, anytime I hear these motherfuckers talk about patterns and lines and shit, it's like they work, but they don't work. That's the problem. And I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people with that statement as well. But it is what it is. All right, RLB. This one used to be really, really popular. How's it doing now on Uniswap? This one's tough because long term it will very likely be good. This one rallied before everything else. I mean, that's actually a really good sign long term. But where does it try for this next higher low? Is it going to try here? This is bearish on the daily and probably going to retest the lows from this month before anything else. Not really anything to get excited about as long as you're below about 20 cents. My lines told me. Again, like the line draw is like, the problem is it does work, but it doesn't work. It's like using a fucking fork when you should be using a spoon. It is what it is. Oh, and I think we got through almost all of the chats now. We have R3A says Gari token. Okay. Let's see what this is. My voice is starting to leave me, so this is a good timing as well. Again, just like, what is the obsession with these fucking god-awful charts that just go down and down and down and fucking down and more fucking down? Oh, for the love of God, like, why? Why do people like this shit? Why? Look, the rest of the market it could be so strong that it pulls up everything else, just including this piece of garbage as well. But it won't go up as much as the stronger things that we've seen today. I mean, it's just why? Fucking why? Fucking why, man? it can very easily put up a move towards like 8 cents very easily, just based off the strength of the rest of the market, you know, in the next month or two, something like that. 8 to 10 cents, I do think could hit, you know, in sometime in 2024. But what is a fucking obsession with a chart that, while everything else in their fucking mother was putting in, you know, multiple X moves in this past year, this thing made new lows into September and only decided to rally since then. It's just bad, man. It's fucking bad. In terms of relative strength, it will not be good. In terms of just, you know, versus the US dollar, it gets to float up because of the strength of the rest of the market. Just god awful. God fucking awful. Do you watch anime? I watch hentai, if that counts. I was trying to explain yesterday night to Elsa how it's easy to get a boner towards animations. Get it in my game from Baldur's Gate for sure. It's a very horny game, especially the and I got it as a kid when I was watching Little Mermaid for sure. Let's see. Most of the people try to become overnight millionaires, says Mr. Pow Pow. Yeah, I mean, that is the game, right? That is the allure of a chart like this, right? They look at it and they say, hey, I can become a millionaire fast, real fucking fast, because things just explode out of nowhere. And that is true. But if something was going down during this whole time from 2022 till now, it's probably the ones that are going to explode and have those astronomical gains are doing it already. Like Bonk, you know, as much as shit you can say for Bonk, like it's probably useless, right? But that didn't stop it from putting in a fucking astronomical rally here, right? Most things were still going down until that time. You know, so good things rally first. The best ones rally first, and then the junk rallies last. But people will get mad, or people will not like that statement that I say, because they will still rally, you know, and they'll say, oh, well, this thing just went up 100% in a few days. Like, well, yeah, but if you compare this to the last year, everything else went up like 10x, you know, and this thing went up 2x. It's not great. It's like betting on green on roulette. Yeah. Or on chat roulette. Ram Power, great name. Ariel Simps of the World Unite. Yeah, she's great. She's amazing. Almost missed the stream. Well, you came here right at the last second, Philson. Good morning to you, man. Good morning to you. Billionaire, please. Dwarf Fortress. I don't know that one. I've heard the name though. Oh, that correlation. Yeah, you know, again, it's like, I'm trying to think of some good examples, but you know, the ones that really do put in these moves, like here, like you see on Bonk, they move first. And the rest of the rest of the market, like we just looked at, for most of the coins that we've seen today, they've just been going straight down for a very long time. That's why it's best to probably ignore those. If you are the person who is looking for that like moonshot, that can happen, it's unlikely to be those ones. It's more likely to be something that's completely new, or certainly made after 2023, and well, and a lot of these things have already done it, honestly. Krown said he is long on Jesus coin. I'm just looking for salvation in Jesus coin, man. That's all I'm looking for. I actually do think that the chart for the history that it does have, it's one of the better ones. I mean, again, like, compare this chart with a lot of the other shit that we've seen today. Like, this is completely different, right? You know, it's in a weekly uptrend for one. Most of the things aren't even in a fucking weekly uptrend. It's like, yes, they will over time, likely, just based off the strength of the rest of the market, but that does not mean they're going to outperform, which is probably what people are looking for. Oh, so we have some Pulse people here, some PulseX. Actually, I'm curious to see this one, just literally from my own knowledge, and it's exactly what you'd expect. Don't worry though, Richard Hart has a plan. He has a plan. That's right. Man, I think that there should be psychology books written about Richard Hart and how he got so many people into his projects over the years. Smart people too, very, very smart people. His plan is to disappear. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to talk shit about the guy, because like I don't I don't really know. I don't really know the story, but a lot of interesting things going on there. Jesus coin. It's probably cross leverage. Oh, I see what you did there, man. That was very clever. That's very, very clever. Hut to Nasdaq, man. You're just going to continue to spam this shit, aren't you? I'll look at it just to see. Is this Pizza Hut? Daily looks good for more. I do think that it trades further north towards like 13, 14 bucks. Weekly, same thing. You know, it's put in a weekly higher low here. Probably trades up closer to like 18, 20, you know, in the coming months. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Super please. We'll look at Elliot's shitcoin. Actually, I have it on my list over here. Really good move. Really good move. I think that this one actually continues. It very likely continues, but the question is when. Like with volatility this high on the weekly, again, it can stay there for a while, and it has been there for a while. That's what kind of concerns me. But the problem is this one can put in a fucking very quick move to $1. You know, that's the problem with this one. I think it might actually tag like 80 cents to $1. If you see daily hidden bullish divergence here, just needs to close today here or higher. Weekly just needs to close above last week's high, and I'd have to be looking for another short-term move to the upside, probably into the end of this month. Jamie Barry says, please do PYR, sir. Love the show. Thanks, man. Look, I'm just giving my opinion on these things. I'm not really like giving entries or nothing like that. At the end of the day, whatever you do with it is what you do. So that means that both your successes and your failures are your own, not mine. I'm just giving you opinion for better or worse. And realistically, you know, I'm probably, you know, like I can be very fucking wrong on these things, man. You know, PYR again, just another chart that like just uninteresting long term. Very uninteresting long term, but does it rally from here? Probably yes. Probably retags the highs of this rally at like $7.5. You know, it's daily sloppy as fuck. But for these things, I do think that it's just a fucking illiquid altcoin likely. You know, as long as it's above $5, especially, give it the benefit of the doubt. Likely more upside than downside. Okay, I think we've been on here long enough. Holy shit, this has been almost a 2-hour long live stream. No wonder my voice is already wrecked. I think I need to I need to sign up on that note. Othan says, loved when Elio introduced you. Fancy Sen, yeah, man. Elliot's just he's a really good friend in real life as well, man. I absolutely fucking love the guy, but well, there's no but to say to that. I just absolutely love the guy. It's like I was going to say something else. Like, what else do I have to say? I only have positive things to say about him. Yeah, I'm ever grateful for him for actually really bringing me on the scene. You know, to be honest, Elliot is the reason why you might even know about this channel like at all. Because back in 2018, when basically no one was watching, he found one of my videos and invited me on for an interview, and from there things exploded on this channel. And then he had me on in 2021 when things were going pretty damn crazy, and you know, this channel just continued to grow from that. So I'm ever grateful for Elliot, man. As far as YouTube goes, I don't think I'd be anywhere near where I am right now without him. He's the man. He's the man as far as I'm concerned. And to me, it's great to see his success, honestly, because you know, he's obviously been very successful with YouTube, but he has been, and he's in my opinion, based off of what I know, he's going to be very fucking successful with his project as well. Just knowing that guy and how hard he works, that's all that I have to know. All right. Kendrick Kemp says, welcome back to the lives. Really miss that. Yeah, man, I miss it too. Like I said, we've been doing this each and every Tuesday recently. I'll continue with every Tuesdays, maybe Thursday as well. But yeah, R3S says Gari token has 100 million users in India. Okay. Did we look at this one earlier? 100 million in India? That's like nothing. Doesn't India have like 10 billion people? 100 million ain't enough. If your chart looks like this, it ain't enough. It ain't enough. You're going to need another 100, 500 million. You need all billion. Look, does it get brought up to like 8 or 10 cents based off the strength of the rest of the market? Maybe yes in the coming months, but just unimpressive long term. All right. I think that's a good place for me to end this one. a good and long stream. We've spoken many things. We've talked about many different subjects. It's been fun. There's been highs, there's been lows, there's been laughter, there's been tears. We even lost Elsa somewhere along the way as well, and I think that's a good place for me to be leaving off, man. So lizards have millions of users too in India. Facts. They do have a lot of users. That's exactly right. We looked at Cardano, man. We looked at Cardano. Look, I'm not forgetting shit, man. Just no one requested it during the time. And my voice is really failing me right now, so I do have to step off just to eat some honey or some shit. It's actually hurting at this point. So I'm gonna sign off on that note. As always, want to wish everyone the best. We'll do another live stream next Tuesday, maybe even Thursday as well, depending upon how things go. And yeah, with that said, take care, much love, and see you hopefully as soon as possible.
Write it, code it, name it, tweet it, mine it, stack it, live it, dream it, post it, scan it, charge it, send it, do it, and receive it. Trade it, buy it, sell it, store it, run it, list it, first rename it. Crypto logic. Pump it, hack it, lose it, dump it, sell it, ditch it, XR, pitch it, copy, paste it, nudge it, test it, build it, try it, bend it, fork it, hype it, pump it, dump it, rinse, repeat, but quick relocate.